Good day, everybody. This is the Hubble Gets AFL show. This is the Friday Teams edition, but it's on Thursday. It's brought to you by Tap Touch. All right, let's get stuck in. G'day, everybody. This is not Nicholas Rinn. This is Ryan Daniels. I'm with Xavier Ellis. Nick is off. He is sick. He is not well.
Is he sick? Yeah, he did say he was sick, didn't he?
Well, you wait until you hear his. He sent in his multi. He does not sound like a well man.
I reckon he probably could have the week off from doing that too, to be fair. All he's done is sending in losers.
Let's give him a couple of podcasts off. Got the touch? Download the Tab Touch app today. Imagine what you could be buying instead for free and confidential support. Visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. So, yes, we got asked a few weeks ago, Josh, to record on Thursdays. This might not be a regular thing, but it's just happened this week. It's the right day for us to do it.
Yes.
So we're going to do it on Thursday. Mid-season draft yesterday. Do you like the mid-season draft?
To be honest with you, not particularly.
No, I knew you wouldn't be because you're not a footy romantic like me.
No. But I think if you could add actually listed players into the mix where you could trade and whatnot in the mid-season.
You want a mid-season trade?
I'd be more open to that. Look, good luck to these guys. I'd be shocked if more than one maybe did anything.
This is what I like about it. There is a player, and we have a list of 18 players on this in front of us. One of those players will play 200 games. One of them. Just one.
I will eat the ass out of a rotten crab if one of these players plays 200 games.
But I haven't got the numbers on me. I'll get these for Monday. But I would think that all mid-season drafts have at least one player who's going to get there.
2020.
There's only been 6 of them.
Yeah, that's okay. You keep talking for a sec.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back a few years. Don't go to last year's one.
No, I'm going back 2 years just to see if we've ever heard of any of them.
Okay. Well, Ryan Marrick was pick 1.
Yeah.
A couple of years back.
Yeah.
So he's already played 50-odd.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be playing anywhere else on the West Coast.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's the reality of it. He was pick 1 to them for a reason.
Okay.
Go to John Newcomb.
They're not pre-season
John Newcomb was a mid-season draftee.
John Newcomb, yes, absolutely.
Sam Durham was a mid-season draftee.
Okay, so
John Noble was a mid-season.
Just hold you. He's already been sent.
You're going to be grab a spoon, my friend.
Here we go. So this is from 2 years ago. Ryan Marrick. So it's West Coast.
How many has he played? Has he got his games there yet?
No, I'm just going. Robert Hansen Jr. Will he get the 200?
No, he probably won't. But he's
Clay Tucker.
I said 1 per draft.
Yeah. Well, we're just going through whether you've heard of these names.
I'm down to be Clay at this point.
Matt Coulthard.
No, not yet.
Harry Arnold.
No, not at this stage. No.
Mitch Hardy.
No, probably not.
Ethan Stanley.
No, he's already gone.
Jaden Hunter.
No, he's already out. Yeah.
Caleb Poulter.
Oh, he was at another club, so he doesn't really count.
No, but he won't.
He might.
Quinton Huckle.
Well, same deal.
Going to be hard.
Yeah, it'll be difficult.
Brendan Ryan.
No, don't think I've heard of Brendan.
And Jack Buller.
No, but Ryan Marrick might. And this is what I'm saying to you. There is one player on this
200
list.
games is a lot of football.
Maybe, let's say 150.
Oh, no, you said 200. That's when I'm eating the ass out of the rotten crab. Is it 200?
But it's going to take 10 years, so I'm going to make sure that we remember this. If we're still doing this podcast in 10 to 12 years, and one of these players gets 200.
Oh, no, there's one there.
Go on. Yeah. Who's this one? Is this year before?
Jay Cully.
Yeah, well, he's on Melbourne's just now, so there's still chance.
No, but just 200?
Yeah, probably not.
200, no. Callan Dawson.
He plays a lot for North Melbourne. He actually might.
Callan Dawson, I'll say it again. He's not getting 200 games, no way.
He might.
Brett Turner.
No, probably not.
Wade Dirksen.
Still a chance.
No. Max Ramsden.
No, probably not.
Bryn Teakle.
No, probably not.
Josh Carmichael. Jacob Bauer.
So hold on. Dawson's already played 18,
100, okay, only 182 to go.
Yeah. Who was the other one?
Hugo Hall Kahan.
Yeah, no.
No, he's not going to get there, is he? Zane Williams.
No,
he's not going to. What about?
So who's the one on this list that you thought might?
Well, there's one that makes me.
Here he goes. Give it to him. Come on.
Massimo D'Ambrosio.
Oh, he's definitely going to get there. See, there's one.
No, but 200 games is a lot.
Okay, maybe I overdid it on the 200, but one of these players on this list will have
Massimo's up to 51.
Yeah, will have a meaningful AFL career.
Yeah, well, now you're moving the goalposts.
Yeah, but I'm actually on target. Like Ryan Marrick is on target for 200 games.
Yeah, but that could end very quickly.
It could, but it might not. All I'm saying is there's a player here. Somewhere on this list there's a player. It's exciting.
No, good luck to them.
But the ratio is pretty slim.
Yeah, like just quickly, the WA ones, I would say one might get to 100.
Sure.
The WA kids, just because we're over here in Western Australia.
Yeah.
No Parfitt, Brendan Parfitt.
No.
Is that a surprise?
No. Oh, I think there was some guys who kicked the tyres. I think teams still shoot for upside.
Yeah.
And I think most clubs are aware of what Brandon Parfitt can be and is.
I just felt like maybe West Coast could have thrown him in somewhere at, I don't know, just to add a little bit of depth. I know he's not a great runner. That's been his thing. But his character, got a good character. He is,
but I don't think he plays the way they want to play. So this kid that
how do they want to play?
Fast. McQualter wants to play fast and he wants to get the ball forward at all costs. Parfitt is a plotter. He's a really good inside mid at that second level.
Yeah.
And he's shown some.
He's the best player in the waffle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But McCarthy is dashing and daring, and that's what they want.
So I'm happy with it. Good luck to him.
And that's why they took the other bloke at pick 9 too. He's a 179 centimetre forward.
I've already booked my flight for 12 years' time where I go clap the 200th game.
Well, bring a spoon and maybe a tissue.
No, I'm not even going to use a spoon. I'm just going to eat it raw.
Oh, come on.
Righto, let's go.
Whose is it? Theirs?
No, crab.
Oh, okay, a crab.
A crab's ass. Not eating theirs. What are you talking about? I clearly said.
I was only half listening.
I clearly said I would eat the ass out of a rotten crab. Not the player. What do you think this is?
We need Nick back. All right, let's get into these games. Brisbane and Essendon at the Gabba tonight. $7 Brisbane Lions. Essendon $8.50. This has all the hallmarks of a shellacking.
Well, the only benefit is that Brisbane, I just don't think they've got a shellacking score in them.
Well,
I'm not convinced they're forwards.
Because their forwards,
they're
just not going.
No, but they just don't have them really. Like Kyle Lohman, Morris, those guys. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong here, Rhino.
I don't want to get you wrong.
They're going to pump them. But I don't think it's got like 80 in it.
There is wild weather coming for Queensland, but not tonight.
No, tonight's
so
fine.
for the weekend's game, there's lightning and thunderstorms on Saturday. But
is it going to be as bad as Cyclone Alfred?
Well, they might call the game off. Who knows? But today,
has that arrived yet?
Today it's 22 degrees. And
perfect.
Clear.
Brisbane, no changes. Essendon, they've got out Reid, which is a shame because I really wanted to see what Zach Reid was doing. I thought he was doing nice things.
That is a bummer.
And then they've lost Langford, who doesn't seem to get on the park at the moment.
Parrish didn't come back, did he?
And Mackay. No, they've brought back in Sardis, Zach Johnson, and Archer Day-Wicks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Zach Johnson, I did a little bit of reading about him. He seems like a talent, like a little bull of a midfielder.
Yeah.
Got some skill.
Look,
but you know what I will say this about Essendon, and I know I'm critical of them. They are putting out those debutants.
Yeah, no, they're spinning the wheels.
They are exposing that list, which is what you want to do when you're in the space they're in. So hats off to them. That feels like...
Angus Clark last week was impressive.
Well, it feels like your man, Matty Rosa.
Yes.
And Craig Vozzo's there. It feels like they're intentionally exposing the list, which we haven't seen really from the Bombers.
Well, hence why Sardis comes back in and Hobbs is still in because I know they're short and they're wounded. They've got to make a decision on all of them.
They do.
But tonight opens up the opportunity for I don't want to see Will Settleford have 25 touches and 8 tackles.
That's what he does.
But I want to see Sardis and Hobbs do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Hobbs at half forward, but he will be.
Yeah.
We say we're playing
Sardis
the kids.
Will be the other half forward.
Yeah, I just reckon I'd like to see them in. Anyway, all I'm saying is Brisbane are going to pump them, but I don't think it's got the hallmarks of an absolute
40 plus?
massacre. Yeah, easily.
But not 100 plus.
Nah, I don't think 100 plus.
I would say 40 plus is a really safe bet tonight. Collingwood, Hawthorn. Ooh, Friday Night Football, MCG. The Pies, $1.60 favourites. Hawthorn, $2.35. You were 23% sure about Hawthorn's credentials of having a successful season on Monday.
Yep.
After this, if they lose this game, will that change?
No, it just
because Collingwood's good.
Collingwood's good, yeah.
But if they get belted, it'll change.
I don't think they'll get belted. Yeah. They absolutely belted Collingwood last year at the G when there was talk about Finn McGuinness going to Dacos and everyone shit the pants with the fantasy sides and Brownlows and all that sort of stuff. And then McGuinness was sub.
That's right.
And no one went near Nick Dacos.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen this time.
You reckon they'll put some attention?
I think they will. And I know it worked so perfectly well last time that they won. Remember, Oh, the former Pie, the bad boy, the naughty boy, the fun boy.
Ginnivan?
Jack Ginnivan had 30 and had his best game of his life. It was wet.
That's right.
How did I forget Ginnivan? Anyway, so that everything that day went their way. They're not in that form at the moment. Collingwood are in that form. I think Collingwood will get it done. I'm 23% sure that Hawthorn can't win this game. No, I'm more than that, actually. That's all right. 23% says they'll win.
Did you see Mitch yesterday come out and, he came out yesterday and he backed in Sicily. He said, because the question was, his kicking's been a bit off, and he sort of said, well, which one of his kicks on the weekend wasn't good?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. Like, he basically went into bat for him and said his groin's fine, everything's fine, Sis is fine.
We spoke about it in the preseason, or the end of last year, when I was like, I just don't get why they are chasing two key defenders.
Yeah, strange.
Go get Christian Petrarca.
Do you see the Sam Walsh reports that Hawthorn's one of the teams that are interested? He's out next year.
That would make a difference.
Yeah.
They need
like that?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. They need depth in that midfield, and a cut. Sam Walsh probably 3 or 4 times a year. I don't think Sam Walsh is in that A-grade category.
No.
But maybe 3 times a year he plays a game that really influences the result.
Yeah, and if you can add more of those guys into your team, you should.
Correct.
The Gold Coast Suns versus the Fremantle.
So, you're Collingwood. I'm Collingwood.
Yes.
Because I've got someone who listens to this podcast and then combines what we say.
Really?
And it comes out over 100 to 1. He has $1 on every week.
I hesitated this morning when I had to put my tips in for the paper. I was like, Hawthorn maybe? Is this the week it turns?
Yeah.
But I need to see it first, I think. Gold Coast $1.40, Fremantle $2.95. That is Saturday. People First
Good
Stadium.
game.
Yeah, but it's going to be ruined by the weather. It is going to be...
Are we sure?
Well, it says 95% rain. It says high mills, and it has a little lightning symbol.
Yeah, don't get upset by that. They just... How many times have we gone and seen the weather and you sit there thinking, oh, no, this is scary. And it looks like it's going to get wet.
It looks like it's got, and the lightning symbol goes right all across the morning.
Saturday, cloudy, high chance of showers, most likely in the morning and afternoon. The chance of thunderstorms along the coast.
Yeah.
Light winds though. Yeah, so it is going to get wet, which will ruin that game, which is a shame. And I think that probably suits the. I know Fremantle played in the wet this week.
I was going to say that's what Longmuir said. He goes, the rain was a good timing for them because it gives them a little bit of prep.
Yeah.
The team's come out this afternoon. No Dudley. He's not playing.
Yeah, he's not flying, yes.
Which is flat because he would have been perfect in those conditions. You need as many small guys as you can.
Yeah.
And I'll be fascinated to see with the teams because it adds a layer to the Jackson Darcy thing, right? You're not going to want too many big guys in the wet.
No.
So if you're bringing Darcy in and Dudley's the out, that doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
It definitely doesn't work. You're way too big.
Now you're starting to see. Now you're starting to look through the same lens I've been looking through. You're just starting to see it.
I hate this.
Gee whiz. Big bodies, can't run. That might not work.
Yeah, well.
Hey, I've got one for us, though, this game.
Go on.
So what have we just mentioned for the first 30 seconds?
The weather?
Wet.
Yeah.
Under 170 points. The line's 170. I can't see in a wet game where it doesn't stop raining the score. No team's going to get to 100 and the other team's 70. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
We're getting under.
What does that pay?
$1.90. That's the line, mate.
I like that.
Under 170.
I normally don't like betting on the unders for line. But
no, either do I, but unless you know it's going to rain. And then you sit there and at quarter time, it's 8-all. And you go, oh, baby.
We're home.
Oh, baby. I bring out the champagne at the Scarborough Sporty. We're on.
Pierce playing too ruins any sort of Ben King 6-goal performance. Not that he's going to do that in the wet, but you never know.
I think that might be the one for us there. Fremantle will be competitive and just be careful
because
I think, oh, wow.
There is a chance.
I think there is a chance, and you say I do this to, you
do,
but I don't.
No,
I don't. But just quickly, be wary because Noah Anderson, the last few weeks, Wagner starts on the bench. The Star runs around for 5 or 6 minutes. Wagner's engine obviously can't keep up with the Stars. I would be shocked if Wagner doesn't go sit himself next to Noah Anderson for 80% of the game. And it is an off the grid tag, by the way.
Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, GWS $7, Richmond. $8.50. That is on Saturday. That is at NG Stadium. They're back home.
They are back home.
The Tigers are plucky, but this one...
The weather's good, track fine, back at home.
I feel like the Giants get a little run on here.
Oh, the line's 45 points. My multi's in this game, actually, so I won't go into it too much, but that's certainly the leg that I'm interested in.
45 plus.
Yeah, I think they're going to...
I think so too.
Dan Wall's going to break.
There's some suggesting Prestia's in the mix. Tom Lynch is in the mix. I don't know if that helps, though. Yeah, Prestia will do a hammy at quarter time.
Then that hurts. I feel sorry for him because you're getting subbed out absolutely tortures you and the team. But And just be careful because we remember last year Bedford went straight to Taranto and that was the game he actually knocked him out in that tackle. Can you remember Bedford did that tackle?
That's right.
Knocked him out. So Taranto will get locked, I would say, straight away.
Yeah, so avoid Taranto.
Which is a shame. Which is a shame for Taranto because he's not a top midfielder.
There's nothing worse, I would say, than getting tagged in a bottom four side.
Yeah, he's not a top midfielder, and he's in an average team. Yeah. And you're just like, can I just not run around and get 30?
Can we all just have some fun?
Yeah, correct. And you can win. You'll have you get the points.
Yeah, Toby, I'll let you get 30 if you let me get 30.
But it won't happen.
No, because Toby doesn't want to do that.
No, he'll run around.
Toby wants to get 20, and for Taranto to get 16.
On one Toby, gee, I'd love to know how many centre bounces Toby Green's going to sit in. Cause
we have evidence. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, he is a man to watch for numbers. But
his next month, while Kelly and Callaghan are out, is going to be free footy. It's just going to be and he will still kick his goals. In fact, he might be more prolific.
So Toby did 18. So Kieran Briggs did 25 centre bounces. So 25 was the most on the ground. Toby did 18.
More than Tom.
No. So Tom did 25 as well.
Oh, okay.
No, so Toby's probably 25% forward, 75% midfield. Looking at that.
Yeah, I love that. That's load up on that one. I like this game. SCG, Saturday night, Sydney $2.25 at home. Outsiders. The Adelaide Crows are the favourites, $1.65. I have seen multiple people that I respect in football tipping Sydney. They think this is the one. Or is this just, are we so rooted in Sydney are unbeatable at home that you tip them at the SCG, you don't even think about the game? Is this just a leftover of that? Are they a different team now?
They are a different team, but I still think Adelaide haven't played finals since God knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
Adelaide are okay. They're okay. They're not great. Sydney at home, whenever they start, like if the odds were flipped, I'd have a look at Adelaide. I'd say, if I'm getting $2.30 about Adelaide, I'd have a look.
Yeah, I don't feel good about these odds.
I'm interested in the Swans
because of the odds.
Yeah, at home, underdog.
What would be the line? Like something like 7.5.
7.5 points is the line. I had a couple of beers last night with Coxie. It was good to see him. The big fellow. We talked a little bit of footy and Swans and whatnot. But
did you ask him about Callum Mills? Can Callum Mills just stay on the field?
I did ask him about Mills.
What did he
say? He said that that's a shame and all that sort of stuff. But he said he's an incredible leader. Like he is the number one man.
Wow. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I asked you, and I don't think you mind me saying, is he still got some of his best footy ahead of him? And he said,
I hope so.
He said absolutely.
He rested for 3 years.
He said absolutely.
Did you talk about Errol?
No, we did. We did, just not. No, not ins and outs. Just how'd you go with all that sort of stuff?
Riley Bice?
No, we didn't talk about Bice. No, to be honest with you, he said something to me, picked on me at one stage, then Lecker stuck up for me and picked on Coxie.
Yeah.
And then we all got a bit frightened and walked off. It was good. It was really good. If you're picking up what I'm saying, it was off the back of a memorial funeral yesterday. So a lot of those past players returned, which was such a sad time to be around them. But, it was a good time to reflect on
nice
that.
To be together.
Yep. So I'm going to go Sydney. I'm taking the 2.25 and I'm going to say, let's go Swannies.
Okay, we're going in on the Swannies.
I think that game's more of a $1.90 shot.
I agree. I feel like it should be dead
toss
even.
of the coin.
Yeah, I don't like tipping because of the odds.
Yeah.
But I think in this case, $2.25 at home for Sydney, you don't get that often.
I think if they play 10 times, they probably win 5.
Yeah. So be on it.
You're getting the overs. Yeah.
Okay. This is the Melbourne Demons against St Kilda. This is at Tio, Alice Springs. $1.50 the Ds, $2.60 St Kilda. Ds have been in good form.
What happened? Was it the last time they went to TIO Stadium that they...
the Dockers pumped them?
Yeah, lost by about 100.
I think they might have... Did they go back again after that?
They might have.
But yes, they're not unbeatable up there.
No,
that's for sure.
No, certainly not a fortress. But look, I need to... these two teams are not my teams.
This is the game where you're like, I don't want to watch that one.
Yeah. I've actually purchased a new tree.
Oh, yeah.
And I've had the tree delivered, so I need to plant that. So that might be...
at that time.
A beautiful tree too, actually.
What is it?
A myrtle tree of some... A crepe myrtle.
Crepe myrtle?
A crepe myrtle.
What is that going to look like when it's...
Well, because it has a period where it blossoms. And so right now it looks like just like a bit of a dark sort of tree and whatever. But then it comes to life during a period, maybe about 3 or 4 month period.
Oh.
And it'll be, I think it's pink. And the whole thing goes pink.
Love that.
Yeah. They're beautiful trees.
Can't wait for you to be bitching and whinging about how many pink flowers are all over your lawn.
Yeah, shit, yeah. Just mow them up, though. Mow them up. No, so anyway, that's
going to be nice.
It's going to look
clay myrtle.
Yeah, a little crepe myrtle.
Okay. Crepe myrtle.
Yeah, sure. Crepe myrtle, like crepe, like something you eat.
So we think Melbourne's going to win?
I'm going to go St Kilda.
What?
At the line. I'm going to go St Kilda at the line.
What's the line, like 13 or something?
Well, I can't pile in. Yeah, it's 12.5 points. I can't pile in on Melbourne because I've said for the whole season they're a bottom 4 side.
Yeah, but they're starting to
I know.
I think just the way Petrarca, Pickett and Gawn are playing, there's enough quality there to lift them past a St Kilda team that we feel is on fumes.
I think they're all on fumes, both of them. But I'm going to go to 12.5 points at St Kilda there. And that is...
I'm almost going to go the other way.
Yeah, it's as I said, mate, I'm out with my crepe myrtle. Like, if I had to select something, I'd take the line St Kilda because I'm out on both sides.
The West Coast Eagles are hosting Geelong WA Day long weekend, so it's a night game on a Sunday, 20 past 5 bounce WA time. So 7:20 on the East Coast. A little late to sit down and sort of cool, calm.
I don't mind that because it is a long weekend for us, but...
$6.40 the Eagles, $1.11 Geelong. Is there a world without McGovern, without Yo, without Waterman, that West Coast can somehow be in this game?
No world.
I don't think so either.
That world doesn't exist.
I don't think so either. And Bailey Smith, it feels like it's just going to have a party.
Well, I think they're the games where like Holmes will go because they've got no one who can run with him.
Holmes, Bailey Smith.
Yeah, the runners I think will have a field day.
Yep, Cameron.
There's a bit of rain over here.
I was going to say the weather's not going to be great.
Yeah, Sunday night. Have you got a theory that it rains more at night time like I do?
In Perth?
It seems to just rain at night.
I feel like that happens, yeah.
Is there a reason why?
You'll be in bed and you'll hear the spring.
Yeah, but then when I'm sitting at home going like, gee whiz, I'd rather not do this.
I don't know. I'll ask Sam.
I'm like, can it just piss down more?
I'll
ask
Sam Jolly next time I see her. Why does it rain more at night?
Like last night, all I got was the rain hitting the tin roof.
Yeah.
And I was like, well... It's
good for the clay myrtle.
The crepe myrtle.
But it'll be nice to get an early water.
Well, I've got to get it out of its
box,
box,
you plan on Sunday, Melbourne St Kilda, then you head to the footy. A little rain, hopefully.
Well, I'm hoping it does.
Get a little rain on the girl.
I'm hoping it does rain. It's going to rain on Sunday afternoon and evening is when it's scheduled. So,
so we're not expecting a beautiful display.
No, we're not. I'm looking forward to seeing Geelong because I'd put a line through them. Are you
in the rain
for 7?
Yeah,
that's your favourite, isn't it?
Oh, I love it.
Is that? Of all the things you have to do, so let's go Triple M when you pop in Monday, Friday, you write a column, podcast.
Do some calling for you guys.
Calling for us.
7 News.
Boundary for 7.
Host the footy for 7.
Yep. So where would the boundary sit in that list? Say we just rattled off 10 things. So boundaries, where would boundary be? And take in
Sunday rub.
Sunday rub, yeah. So put all that in the melting pot. Yeah, put all that in the melting pot.
I'll do MCing quite a bit too.
Yeah. Where would boundary fit? You got to take into the equation your pay as well for doing it. So where would it sit if you had pay, boundary, all that sort of stuff?
Right, close to the top.
Sorry, we listing was the top being the shittest down?
No comment. No comment. It is time for our hardball bets segment to place the same game multi with Tab Touch. Boost your odds. Combine up to 16 legs with a single game into one bet. And as always, you can find each of our multis under trending bets for that game's market on the Tab Touch app. I will go first. I'm doing the crepe myrtle.
The crepe myrtle game.
Got it right? I'm doing that game.
Yeah, the crepe myrtle.
Because I need a reason to sit through it. Melbourne St Kilda. Christian Petrarca, 1 goal.
Okay, track.
Mason Wood, 1 goal.
Always pops up for a goal.
Always pops up. Christian Salem, Ed Langdon, and Cozzy Pickett, 20 touches. Cozzy, as we know, we ran those numbers. He's getting 20 every week. Ed Langdon does it for fun.
I may have invested in something during the week.
On Christian
Cozzy Pickett, all Australian.
Oh, what was it paying?
$280.
That's pretty good. I recken he's a shoe.
I reckon he's a bloody lock.
He'd have to get injured to miss it.
Yeah, no. So I now need to start rowing that boat.
Yeah, no. The irony.
How Cozzy Pickett would he, if he's not all Australian this year? I'll eat the arse out of a rotten crab.
To be clear, not of Cozzy. That's paying $6.
Yeah, I like it.
So I look at that and think, I like all of those things.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling pretty good.
You know what'll happen? Cozzy will kick 5 and have 19.
Correct. Yeah, correct. That's what's the one you think is most concerning?
Ed Langdon.
Why? I was going to go with Salem.
Oh, no, that's look good.
Langdon just runs all day. Just going to get 20, just running up and down the wing.
We can have an 11 every now and then.
Guess so.
Okay, so do you want me to go?
Yeah, you go yours next.
So I'm heading to the blockbuster Richmond v the Giants. I said in the podcast earlier that I think the Giants get the job done pretty convincingly. So I've gone over 40.
Yep.
Jacob Hopper returning back to his old fortress. He'll have 20. They'll let him go. Taranto will probably get locked. Tom Green, he's in there in that midfield at the moment, feeling the weight of the world on his shoulders with a bit of help from Toby, but I reckon he gets 30. Lucky Whitfield off half-back will cruise around with 25.
Are you nervous that because he played a bit of forward last week, Lockie? What was that all about?
Not nervous about anything.
But what if he plays forward again?
He'll kick 6 and have 25. Oh. And then all of a sudden, Cozzy's not the Australian small forward.
That's the one I'd be nervous about.
Yeah, okay. Lockie, I'm taking 25. I'm convinced that he's going to get going.
Okay.
And then just because I feel like they're going to get it done pretty convincingly, I've just taken a goal from Toby Green, Aaron Cadman, Jake Riccardi.
So it's a little bit of a party time up in the forward.
Just a little tick.
Everybody's getting one.
Yeah, that's your $4.80.
Cadman gets one over the top, Joe the Goose.
Yeah. Toby does 18 centre bounces, but he goes forward and just wants to kick one late.
Riccardi can beat up on bad teams.
Riccardi gets
He kicked 4. Yeah, no, I actually like that.
It's only $4.80 though.
The Whitfield thing makes me nervous just because of the forward line thing. That's the only thing, but it's fine.
That's fine. We just leave it there.
You do you. Yeah. Now, have you heard the Nick audio?
No, I haven't. But he's a soft cock.
Let's play Nicholas Rin's multi.
G'day boys, feeling good, feeling fresh over here. I'm going to go very vanilla. Well, reasonably vanilla with the Gold Coast Fremantle game. Let's give us Ben Long scoring 2 goals, Murphy Reid scoring 2 goals, and Noah Anderson to get 25. All the best. That's going to wrap you up at $9. I feel like this is my week. Here I come. See ya.
I don't think it is your week.
Doesn't sound like he's going that well.
He does not sound good.
He doesn't.
You just imagine him tucked up with a little blanket and a little hot
he'd be
water
a softie.
bottle.
He'd be a big softie.
Oh, my God. He's probably stumped his toe, and that's what he's acting like.
Just quickly, too, after we spoke about the weather in the Gold Coast, so we said that Noah Anderson's going to get stamped by Wagner. He's done him for 25. It's going to rain, and there's going to be low scoring. He's gone the two goals from a couple of players.
Did you see the original one he sent through? Yeah, Josh Tracy kicked him 3.
Yeah, right.
And I texted back, I said, you know it's a cyclone up there.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, okay. Then he takes Tracy out, but puts Murphy Reid
in.
It's still for 2 goals.
No, we leave him alone.
Don't jump on that one.
Yeah, maybe just.
There's a reason it's $9.
Wait till when he finds form before you join in.
Yeah, so next year.
Yeah.
If then. Got the Touch? Download the Tab Touch app today. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.